Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. It's me, Shara Prophet. And, last night I was having a really interesting conversation with one of my girlfriends. I'm blessed to be friends with some of the most intriguing, intelligent, insightful, and powerful women on the planet. And we have these in-depth conversations all the time, almost every day. And it's just thought-provoking, and ideas just be, streaming and popping up. So last night I'm talking to one of my girlfriends. Hey, Missy Pooh. And we're having this conversation about energy and attracting things to you. And we're talking about, when you're faced with obstacles, or if you're having an argument with your friends or your family member or something like that, and what that means. And so I was explaining to her that it's attraction. Energy meets us where we are. If we're vibrating at a certain frequency, then that energy is going to meet us. So for example, if you are walking through the door of a store, right? And somebody's walking in front of you and they don't hold the door for you. The door slams in your face and you run into the door and you smack yourself in the forehead. That could possibly show up as you not showing yourself love and kindness, and that might be odd to some people. I love myself. I'm kind to myself. I take care of myself. But there are certain situations that show up in people's lives that are just so wow, why would that happen? Out of nowhere. Why would that happen? Out of nowhere, why would I just run into the door like that and smack myself in the forehead? It is the universe's way of saying, hey, wake up. There's something in you that's vibrating at a certain level that you might need to look at. If you have a really intense argument with a loved one or a good friend or your spouse, and this is kind of an ongoing kind of a thing, you may want to ask yourself, instead of pointing at them you're wrong, you may want to ask yourself, in what ways am I doing this to myself? In what ways am I attracting these types of interactions with people? We are always taught to check the temperature in an external room, but we're never taught to check our internal temperature, So I like to encourage people to check in with themselves throughout the day. If you're just sitting around and all of a sudden you feel like a wave of a different emotion or your mood shifts, just sit with yourself and be like, why am I all of a sudden feeling frustrated? Or why am I all of a sudden feeling anxious or worried or exhausted? What was I thinking about right before I felt that emotion? This is something that we should do throughout the day, because what that causes you to do is it causes you to sit with yourself and really take that internal inventory and decide for yourself, how do I shift this? How do I adjust the temperature within me so that I am able to control my immediate environment, so that I am able to attract the things that I want to experience right now in this moment? It's our responsibility. And let me tell you something, it sucks. I freaking hate this part of the law of attraction. It's parts of the law of attraction that I love, obviously, when everything is going well and I'm attracting the money that I want, I'm attracting the relationships I want, I'm attracting the men that I want, I'm attracting all the experiences that I want. But when I attract something that does not feel good to me, and then I know what I know about energy and vibration and how it works, it pisses me off that, oh my God, this is something else I got to look at. Something else I got to let go. I got to release. I got to cleanse. I got to heal. So we're not taught that part of the law of attraction. People don't really talk about that. People always say, oh, do you have you have energy vampires in your life? Or do you have negative people showing up in your life? It's if I do, then I need to look at the ways in which I might be leaking my own energy. Where am I giving up too much of my time to other people and I'm not showing myself the type of true love and kindness and attention that I need to show myself. If I'm finding that people in my circle or people that I love aren't giving me what I need, then that means I'm not giving it to myself, you know? So that's true self-care. That's true self-care. You can get as many manis, pedis, you can go get your hair done, you can go shop as much as you want to. That's surface level self-care. But real self-care is checking in with yourself on a constant basis, day in, day out, you know, all throughout the day. That's real self-care. That's really checking in and making sure little baby Shara is okay. Now, once you have those things come up and you know what it is and it shows up for you and you've identified that paradigm or that blockage or that thing that is getting in the way of what you want to experience, then it's your job to connect the dots all the way back to the very, very first time you had that experience, what it felt like, what was going on around you, who was there, who was involved. And then it's up to you to take that mirror of that moment in time and break that shit and say, you know what, I'm done with it. I don't need that anymore. So the next time it comes up, instead of you reacting to it, and I'm talking to myself because recently I've been presented with opportunities to see myself in other people and other situations and in certain interactions, and it pissed me off because it's like, shit, that's me. I got to do the work, you know, I got to do the work. But it's also exciting because you get a chance to shift. And all the law of attraction is God taking form in the physical realm to show you where you're vibrating at. That's all the law of attraction is. It's just spirit, God, source, creator, whatever you want to call it, is coming into form and saying, here you go. This is what you wanted. This is what you're vibrating at. This is what's going on inside of you right now. I'm showing you. Either it feels good and it looks good, or it doesn't feel good and it doesn't look good. And if it doesn't feel good and it doesn't look good, then that is probably the thing that's blocking you from getting what you truly desire and what you really want. So that's just God showing up. Like God will show up in a man or a woman that's not treating you right. God will show up in a job that you hate. God will show up in a financial situation that you can't break free of. God will show up in a friendship that is just tumultuous and constantly arguing. God will show up as a jealous friend to show your ass where you were vibrating at. You know, it's all about us. It's all about intention. It's all about us paying attention. It's intention and paying attention to what's going on inside of you. So I will challenge everybody to check in with yourself day in and day out, just throughout the day. Take a deep breath. What am I doing? How am I feeling? If you're sitting on the toilet, okay, how am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling a little antsy? What's going on with me? What just happened? Do that before you, bam, react or bam, go do something wild or wacky and crazy that get your ass in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Or have you having to backpedal and apologize, So that's true self-care. I wanted to share that with you all. I love you all so much. Have a wonderful Sunday. Peace out.